Hey, what's up guys, I'm Bill, and today I'm going to be talking about who is better, Anthony Davis or Karl Anthony Towns, because obviously Anthony Davis has been having a monster season, and Karl Anthony Towns just had one of the best games of his career in the highest scoring game of the Timberwolves franchise with 56 points. They're probably debatably the top two best big men in the entire league right now. They have tons of potential, and they're probably some of the future best players, probably definitely top 5 players for the rest of their careers, and I mean that is in the league right now, and they're probably both going to end up having Hall of Fame careers. So yeah, I'm going to be getting into who's really the better big man, who's really the better player. I'm going to be getting to them in their offensive skills, defensive skills, their hustle, and like their overall team success. I'm going to be taking all that into factor for this video. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing I'm getting to is both of their offensive talents and like who's better on offense. So right now Anthony Davis is averaging 7 more points per game than Karl Anthony Towns currently is, but Cat is actually averaging 2% better from the field and is shooting 9% better from the 3-point line than AD this year. But then you take into their mid-range games and you can kind of see AD's mid-range is just a little bit better than Karl Anthony Towns. It's not leagues better or anything, but I mean it's just a little bit better if you look at all the percentages and stuff. I didn't want to throw that out in the video because I don't want to get too long, but yeah, so AD's mid-range is a little bit better than Cat's. But then you also look at the points per game rankings. Right now Anthony Davis is ranked 3rd in points per game, while Karl Anthony Towns is ranked 21st in points per game. And then also both of them have one 50-plus point game this year, but AD has 7 40 to 49 point games this year, while Karl Anthony Towns has 0. So with that, I mean with all that, I think I still would give it to Cat despite not having as high of scoring games, only because Cat just doesn't have to do everything by himself like Anthony Davis does, and he shoots a little bit better, and Cat, since he's so much bigger than AD and thicker than AD, he's kind of just better in the inside. So with just saying that, I'll give Cat a slight advantage on the offensive number, not by a lot, but I'll give Cat a slight advantage by offensively. But now we're going to get into their defense, and right now Anthony Davis leads the leagues in blocks per game, and AD is also averaging more steals per game than Cat with 1.5 steals per game, but Cat is also averaging 1 more defensive rebound per game than Anthony Davis actually is. And Anthony Davis though has 2 5+ steal games, while Karl Anthony Towns has none. So with that, I think Anthony Davis has to get that one. I mean, Anthony Davis is just a league's better defender, with leading the league in blocks. Like, he's very athletic for himself. I mean, 2 5+ steal games, that is very, very good. This dude has had multiple, like, I think 5+ block games. He's a very good rebounder. He's pretty much good at everything on defense, so I think I definitely have to give that one to AD. Cat's not a bad defender or anything, but AD is just a tremendous defender, one of the best defenders in the entire league, so you just have to give that one to AD. Now we're going to get into the hustle stats, and for the guys that don't know what hustle means, like the stat end, at least it means screen assists, deflections, loose balls recovered, charges drawn, and contested shots, like how many shots you contested. That's pretty much what the hustle stats take into account. And right now Anthony Davis is actually ranked 5th in hustle plays, while Karl Anthony Towns is ranked 20th, which isn't the biggest deal, but I mean, when you're trying to kind of find out who's better, you really want to see who has more heart and really would make those hustle plays, and those hustle plays can actually win you games down the stretch, so hustle can actually go a pretty long way. And right now Anthony Davis is just more of a hustler, but then again, he's more athletic, so he has more of an ability to do all that, but still you have to give the advantage to Anthony Davis on the hustle stats. So right now the score is 2-1 as Cat took offense, but AD has took defense and hustle. But now we're going to look at both of the teams' success right now. Neither one of these teams are just blowing anyone out, like just being powerhouses in the league or anything, but they're still playoff contending teams right now. And although the T-Wolves have pretty much a much better team than the Pelicans do, especially as far as star power and benches go, because I mean, if you look at the bench of the Pelicans and then the bench of the T-Wolves bench isn't nothing special, but they have a much better bench than what the New Orleans Pelicans have. But then also star power, especially with DeMarcus Cousins out, now it's pretty much just Anthony Davis in there, while the T-Wolves have Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, and Karl Anthony Towns. And the reason I said Jimmy Butler, because you know how I counted out DeMarcus Cousins, but DeMarcus Cousins has been out for almost half the year now, while Jimmy Butler has been out a couple games and will be coming back. So they still have that big three, and even without Jimmy Butler, they still have more star power with Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. And despite all of that, right now, their team's success rate is very, very close, as the Pelicans are currently ranked 6th in the West with a 43-32 record, while the T-Wolves are ranked 7th in the West with a 43-33 record. So right now, really, the Pelicans are having more success on the season, not by a lot, by very, very, I think like half a game more. But right now, the Pelicans are more successful than the T-Wolves are, and I mean, that's with having a much worse team. So with that, I mean, AD is kind of carrying the Pelicans, and he's kind of leading the team to more success. And we've seen the Pelicans without AD on the court. They are awful. So with that, I think I have to give that also to AD, which makes it 3-1. But now, obviously, I'm going to get into the question of who's better. And I know from the score, it kind of sounds like it's a landslide in AD's favor. But, I mean, even, like, hustle, that's a stretch. But, I mean, still, it can go a long way. Defensively, I mean, AD is better, but he's not way too better, like, to where, like, Karl Anthony Towns isn't a liability or anything. AD is just one of the best defensive players, and not many people are anywhere near the defensive talent that AD has. Like, he's up there with the Kawhi Leonards of the league in defense. And then also, like, now I'm gonna get into who's better. So there's no doubt Anthony Davis is a better defender than Cat. There's just no doubt. I don't think you can really debate that. And the dude can almost guard every single position on the floor at the same time. Not at the same time, but he can guard almost every position on the floor. And I mean, that's just because of how athletic he is. Cat can't really control that. But I mean, Anthony Davis is just a better defender because of that. But then also, they're both about equal offensive players, because, like, the gap between AD's defense and then Karl Anthony Towns' defense is much greater than the gap between Karl Anthony Towns' offense than Anthony Davis' offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Anthony Davis is still a very good defender, and I think it was in the, like, month of February, he was having, like, 31 points per game. That was that was amazing to watch. If you ever got to watch him, that was amazing to watch. So really, yes, I'll give Karl Anthony Towns a very slight edge on offense, but I mean, it's very close right there. So I mean, that's a toss up. And then also, I mean, just look, and although Cat's, like, team is much better than Anthony Davis's team, they're just as successful, if not more successful, than the T-Wolves, which is very concerning for me. And I mean, so for that reason and all those reasons, I think I have to give this to AD, that Anthony Davis is actually better. It's not as much of a landslide as it sounds, I don't think, but I mean, AD is a better hustler, a better defender, debatably a better offensive player, but I gave it to Cat. And then, I mean, he's just leading his team to more success, which is pretty much all that matters. His team wins. And the fact that he has a worse team and is still having more success than Karl Anthony Towns' team, that kind of was the kicker for me, and really made me go with Anthony Davis on this list. So yeah, but unfortunately, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. So if you did like the video at any point, please hit the like button. If you really like the one, help me out, hit the subscribe button. That would literally mean the world to me, and I'd love you forever, and I would suck your dick. I mean, I would love you. But anyway, so yeah, and obviously I wouldn't be here without y'all, but I also wouldn't be here without the real homie OG upstairs. You already know who I'm talking about, Jesus Christ himself, you know. Hope you all have a blessed day. Hope I have a blessed day. Hope everyone has a blessed day. And kids, don't forgot about you either. Never do vegetables. Always eat drugs. Stay safe for your seatbelt. Goodbye.